Hey guys, how are you all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our TD update for major markets and indices. So over to the charts. Yes, you can see off the daily 9 that we had yesterday. This is obviously in the futures. The cash market has its 9 today. As the cash market was not open on the Monday, so it's a day behind. But anyway, yeah, so because of Memorial Day on Monday. But anyway, so we got the 9. This is the futures market. We had the 9 yesterday. This is obviously a 9 today in the cash market. We had this line drawn in, a bit of historical confluence, horizontal confluence, clearly below the 9 here, where the 9 candle closed. It's a case of first targets, if we break below this line, are here, and then if we break below this horizontal again, the 618 again, break back below the 618, then we can aim for the 0.5 and possibly the 382. This is obviously not going to come necessarily straight down. It will either come straight down, which isn't likely, or it will just sort of have some movements on the way down there. Obviously nothing is confirmed until we start breaking these levels. It's not confirmed until we break here, the sell trade. And obviously trading's trading, we can still go back up, but yeah, that's what I'm looking at in the S&P. This is obviously the daily. We had a nice 9 on the 4-hour 2. The 4-hour 2. Let me just show you. So we had a 9 here, a 9 trade activated along this line, which then did go into profit, and then obviously you would have had to have pretty sharpish got out of that, but you had plenty of time to take profit if you were watching the market. Obviously I was watching this in real time. You had like the second half of the day then to get out whilst we were coming back up. And then again, great nice 4-hour 9 here. So the sell trade would have basically been the break, the close under here, which would have been this candle here. So you're basically a break even at this trade. So you're short already. So you can, if we do break below here on the daily and move down, this is sort of what you've done, is you've got yourself in early off the 4-hour. So you've sort of zoomed in the time frame from the daily to then try and isolate the best entry. So then you potentially get this 4-hour entry here. That's the S&P wire. That's what we're really looking at. I mean, it's decision time. It's month end. It's asset managers are balancing their portfolios at month end to whatever asset allocation they need to have. Rebalance. Options expiry, just month end candles. And obviously we know we've got some manipulators in the market over at the plunge protection team. So obviously they are in the business of painting candles. So we could expect some some action today. Obviously futures down at the moment, well, there or thereabouts. They're not necessarily that much down on the actual close yesterday, but we're still sitting around those lows, which is interesting because normally they manage to buy this up overnight pretty convincingly. So they're having a bit more resistance this time, I guess. No doubt, I can't say it's because of the daily 9, but I mean that's maybe just that overall technical factor in the market is maybe putting us a bit more overhead resistance this time. So yeah, let's have a look at oil. What is oil? It just annoys me how my chart just gets messed up because of a candle that goes to -40. So yeah, as you can see, still haven't closed the candle below this line yet. So we are basically waiting for. It's interesting how that says there and that says there, because obviously this candle has to open and close at exactly the same level. This one has to open at the same level this one closes, so why does it look like it's lower? Anyway, because obviously you can see, look, obviously everything else is sort of level. We've not activated this. Anyway, we're not activated this sell trade in oil. We're still basically close to it though. Obviously we can see the level and the targets. Would we already been off the 4-hour? Maybe not. no 4-hour 9, unless you count this one, but this one was obviously well before we had the daily 9. So yeah, I mean, we'd spoke about this 4-hour 9. This was a nice trade, a nice pop down, some nice profits, so great trade. No 4-hour 9s at the moment. I bet we've got some hourly ones though. I bet this is one. No, it's not. Here's the 9. So yeah, nothing really to help us pinpoint a trade here. So we are just waiting for the 4-hour. The 4-hour is we're waiting basically for the daily basically the daily 9 to either play out or not play out. I mean, this is what I mean. These trades aren't activated until they're activated. So these trades aren't on the board, don't occur until we get the confirmation. And then yeah, then when we get the confirmation, then we're in the trade. USO, let's have a look at USO. Same picture. I mean, movement wise, it's quite correlated to oil. Would you believe it? So yeah, still waiting for the breakdown here, which, like I said, we may never get. This is an important level for us to break down. If we don't break it down, we'll be going back up. This is clearly based off a 4-hour 9. Yeah, the 4-hour 9 there. Yeah. So yeah, there's another trade idea there. Gold. Yeah, so gold is basically did sort of what we were looking at. We had the move down that we were looking at. We got the bounce at the area we're looking at, and then obviously, if we broke this level, which we said, if we broke that level, then I drew this like highly optimistic line where I was like, well, the sky's the limit, 1800, here we come. So this is playing out quite, being very well behaved, gold is, to say the least. But it just respects the 4-hour 9 so nicely. Like this was a 4-hour 9, 4-hour 9, 4-hour 9, 4-hour 9. It's just if you know how to trade these, you know then how to put in the levels, you know what your targets are, then you can tame some of these markets to a certain extent. And this is not a financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but you can see it. We've been doing it in real time every day. So let's have a look at the daily. We're in quite a tight range, so obviously we're price flipping on the daily. Great 9 there though on the daily, so obviously your trade would have been taken out the bottom of this 9 around here, got you a nice short trade. You could have been more aggressive at any point. You could have taken it on the 9 on the basis this was a reversal candle and we're trading lower. So trading lower than this reversal candle on a 9 candle, you could have been a bit punchy and taken the trade there. This is the daily chart. So if you had taken the trade at the break of the low of that candle, you literally went from basically 17, let's call it 1750 to 1767, so about $13, $14, sorry, yeah, $12, $13 offside. But yeah, if you're looking for a daily move, that's not so bad, because then you go all the way down to 1665, which is quite clearly a lot more than $12, $13 on side. So that's the thing, when you're trading these higher time frames, you have wider stops and you're going for bigger moves. But yeah, so, and let's just look how beautiful this looks on the daily. Anyway, silver, yeah, silver, we said basically, if we don't break this line, and we bounce off it, there's our target. Which I just think I just drew arbitrarily. Obviously there's no moving average, there's no nothing, because they were all below the price. So yeah, but yeah, I'll be expecting north of $1,800 silver. Sorry, $1,800 silver, $18 silver. I'll be looking north of $18 silver. We're looking pretty good here, Gold silver ratio. Yeah, so we break this line down to the 200. This will obviously help us catapult silver higher, or conversely, even if gold starts to look a bit weak, keep silver where it is. And obviously if gold dumps, then keep silver not dumping as much. But this was what I expected. I did expect this 9 to hold us up, and then I was expecting us to come lower. This is kind of why I didn't really draw the arrow upwards, like targeting any moves upwards. I was basically waiting for this to confirm below, and then down we go. And I'll be expecting around the low 90s for this gold silver ratio in this little move here before we potentially get another 9 correction. So that's playing out nicely also. Copper dropped out of bed. Yeah, no, copper's just respecting our channel. Copper is another example of something that is trading very nice, very easily, very well for us. Let me just get rid of this arrow on this trend line, but we will we'll extend these now. We will hopefully extend them. Yeah, we'll extend them. Extend and pretend. Extend. So right, we've got the bottom, we've got the nice 9 there, we've got the sell trade, we hit the bottom of the channel, that was our target, hit our target perfectly, even more than perfectly, because we overshot it. So if you short something, obviously that's more than perfect. We did try and get the 200, but obviously we've got this very nice channel that was sucking us back in, so we didn't quite make the 200 on the 4 hour, but hey, it doesn't matter, we're in the channel. So now we're making the move back up. Yeah, price flipping a bit around. We got the buy 9 basically here. Would have been a buy 9. It only got to an 8 because obviously the size of this 5 candle. But yeah, so we're sort of like working our way back up, just just in the channel. No real direction, no real trade here, no real 9 candle or anything. I mean, we nearly got a sell 8 here, but we didn't. So I mean, I would just be looking, just not looking for anything. You're just waiting for your next signal. You don't need to try and predict what that will be and where it will be. You just gotta wait for it to present itself. But COF has been trading nicely, so literally we just gotta wait for it. We gotta wait for the trade. Wait for the trade to come to us. There's lots of markets we can look at. There's no need to be jumping into anything. HD. Home Depot is not, yeah, so we've got another 9 trade now, 4 hours, so we'll put this on. We'll just look in the daily, just to have a little double check. Yeah, we've got the daily 9 here, which we've clearly negated, so we'll do it based on this nice 4-hour candle that we've got. This, I assume, was yesterday. I do think markets might open weaker today, potentially. So it's hard to draw this because this market isn't open yet. So we'll try and be a bit more conservative. And we'll draw it in line with this horizontal support here. And yeah, I mean, if we break that, we are breaking the 21. Wow, we've hooked this 21 really well on this 4-hour, haven't we? Look at this perfect buying opportunities if you are just trading that trend. If you're one of those Momo traders, those momentum traders. The fact we've hooked that so nicely and this is so tight, I would probably target the 400 for a move down, because you've got a lot of people in this trade now. A lot of people buying this 21 period 4-hour moving average or whatever iteration of it they're looking at, and it's been a pretty safe low volatile smoothly moving up trade. Just to add to your trade, shave some off, add to your trade, shave some off. So there will be a lot of longs in this market. There will be a lot of longs built up, averaging on side. So when these guys start to lose this trend line, there's a lot of longs to get shaken out here. So yeah, so whilst you might look at this and think, well, we've been so strong, I'd only target the 50, you'd actually, if you understand how markets work, yeah, we've moved so strong, we've moved so nice and smoothly, and low sort of ADR, average daily range, or ATR, average true range, that we have to expect an expansion of that range. I mean, low volatility, low ranges lead to high ranges. So yeah, at least a 200. So that's what we're looking at there. But obviously we don't have to break it here. We can keep going up, onwards and upwards. So we will see what happens there. Right, let's have a look at some stocks. TDOC, I noticed, did have some pretty insane moves. Oh, what's going on? Yeah, TDOC had some pretty insane move. No, not insane. I mean, it's not insane. We're still in this bullish trend, but you see we're starting to get a bit wild again. I didn't actually buy here. I was a bit annoyed. I sort of missed the sub 150, then thought, oh, okay, I'll buy sub 150 again. And yeah, the market just never gave me it back, and the next thing I know, we're basically at 170 again. And yeah, you guys know I've been buying this on dips. I mean, there's dips and then there's dips. I mean, we lost obviously this sort of trend line we had going on here. So I mean, it was hard to really know where to go. When I did see the bounce, I thought, okay, then next time we get sub 150, I'll buy some. We're near the 200. And yeah, didn't get it, so I didn't get back involved. Daily, have we got anything? Yeah, we had a nice daily 9 there. Obviously, there was your sell trade. You would have struggled to get filled because it sort of gapped down, and then we came back up again. So difficult trade there on the daily. I sort of look to on the daily. I don't look to take trades on the daily on stock markets on the daily lines. I look to not trade against them, or then try and find some 4-hour entries once we have a daily 9. But because obviously stock markets are only open 6.5 hours a day, I try to only really try and take the 4-hour 9s. So yeah, we had a nice 4-hour buy trade, which didn't activate, so no trade. So that's what you want. You just don't want to be the trades that don't work. You just don't want to be in them. So I nearly got a 9 down here. I was buying at this zone anyway, and this zone near this 9, and wasn't at this one. So yeah, anyway, and I wasn't selling here either. But yeah, so some great 4-hour trades on TDOC. Tesla's not been doing much, has it? Yeah. I always kind of like see the price of Tesla, and I'm like, you're the most wild horse in the whole stock market. Why are you not moving? So, but obviously we know low volatility leads to high volatility, leads to low, etc. But we can't really get anything TD wise because we're just too tight. So it is a case of waiting for just to break out of this range. I mean, to be honest, we could probably draw it on. We'll draw the range on Tesla. We'll give it a bit of a wide berth. And yeah, I mean, this is it. This is what we're really looking at. We're just looking at, are we going to go up? Are we going to go down? Let's draw some nice little arrows on. I'm liking annotating these charts, because I say stuff in videos, and I do know that obviously a lot of you won't be watching all the videos or necessarily remember, and it's just like, at least we've got it here now, so we can look at what's going on in the past. Forget Gilead, but yeah, Gilead. This was the buy trade. Why am I saying negative? Why am I like forget Gilead? Anyway, bounced off the 4-hour 200. Nice. And yeah, this was the buy trade base of this 9. So we're in the buy trade, we're on side, and we're just currently seeing what the market wants to present us. I would say you have your stop at the 200, maybe just below the 200. I mean, we haven't managed to get below it anyway, so even at or below probably be okay. But yeah, we will watch this trade. This was one of our trade ideas, probably from yesterday or the day before. If we break this line, buy. If we don't break this line, no trade, no drama, no nothing. That's it. That's all we're doing. Right. Apple. This was a 4-hour 9. This must have been a daily 9, because I wouldn't have put that 4-hour 9. I wouldn't have put that candle there unless, let me give you one unless obviously I drew this candle whilst it was in progress, so I would have drawn it a bit lower, but either way you pretty much closed under there. So we basically, I'll say we'll be in an Apple trade, an Apple short. Went a bit offside there or thereabouts. So yeah, we're kind of going with the market here. Facebook, these tech stocks, Facebook in the trade. So we broke below, and then basically had our first target pretty much hit. So yeah, and then it was a case of we were going to bounce off there. If we don't, then we come down to here. So this was a great trade then. Sell, profit, take whatever off you trade and take profit, and then if you were still in it, which you could be, because we didn't even get back up to really above the 9 where your stop would realistically be, you're still in profit. So Twitter, you're in a bit. Twitter's in a bit, causing a bit of trouble for itself and the rest of the tech stocks. Yeah, so this again is similar. This is the sell trade, but I won't draw it in because it's quite far back, that candle. No real candle here. Yeah, there's no logical entry here other than what is always a good buy or sell, depending on which way you're approaching it from. Sell if you're approaching it from below the 200 period day moving average. I mean, there it is. I mean, you just have to think bears will wait to that level to sell. Bulls that are bought will wait till that level to take profit, and that's just why you will often bounce off this 200 period moving average, which just happens to be daily. It's 200-day moving average. We haven't looked at Beyond Meat for a while. Did we have any trades on here? Yeah, we did. We had the trade off this 9. We we basically got ticked into it pretty quickly, I'd say. And then yeah, went offside a bit, but now currently onside. Still targets in the 200. So basically, it's a good trade. Good trade, still there, still in profit, still waiting, still patiently waiting for us to make our money off this one. What is this? Norwegian Cruise Lines. We must have been looking at something interesting. I don't even know. 4-hour 9. Oh, we sort of missed it. I can't really draw it on now. So I don't want a hindsight trade, but obviously you guys know we would have had the 9 printed. I would have drawn the line across. I'd have got rid of the arrow, and then I would have said, here is our target, these sort of moving average cluster here. So we'll put it on, see how we get to our target, see how the trade plays out. This is obviously not a trade that I called in advance because we didn't have it on, but this is a trade that will speak to the efficacy of how we trade, because you know that's what I would have drawn. In much the same way I would have drawn it on here, and this would have been an absolutely fantastic trade. An absolutely fantastic trade. That would have been off the 9, and then the 9 here again, fantastic buy. As soon as you break back above it, buy. Some great trade, yeah, some great 4-hour 9s here. This is why I like the 4-hour rather than the daily. I bet if we look at the daily, we haven't got too much to look at. Yeah, so although we might be getting a daily 9 here, so maybe a bit premature putting that trade on, but hey, I do trust the 4 hours anyway over the dailies in stocks anyway. The dailies just don't come up as often, so it's not like I trust them. Daily is obviously a higher time frame, so more important. but they just don't come around so often as often. So you just, if you want to be doing some trades, a 4 hour chart is not it's not really, and for a lot of people that's a very long time frame and they wouldn't even consider it. But that is basically about the shortest time frame that I'll use, and I think it's a good one for stocks. Is this Clorex? No, Carnival. I don't know, I'm not really that interested in looking at Carnival. McDonald's. Yeah, McDonald's, here's the trade, here's the sell trade based off, I'm guessing this is the 4 hour, but now we'll probably want to be waiting for the daily now, the daily 9, so no real need to enter McDonald's now. It was based off this, it never happened. We're moving onwards and upwards, so we'll delete this and wait for the daily. And yeah, one last one, Chewy. I like Chewy. Chewy is another stock that I'm long. And yeah, long-term holding, hodl, ISA sort of basically stuff, you know, you guys know what I mean. Yeah, so 4 hour, nothing really, no clarity here. No clarity. I mean, you've got candlestick analysis, you've got this lot of like long wicks, so basically once you break above this candle, you buy. And obviously incidentally that was breaking back above the 21. So it was a buy, and also back above, yeah, we're back above the 50 now, and obviously you will be looking for buys because we're above this 200 period, 200 period day moving, 200 period moving average, and it's moving upwards. Let's have a look at the daily. Again, all above, all averages in. I mean, we've got the 21 sloping down, it's not ideal, but hey, we've had a bit of a strong move up. But yeah, all in the current right order and all pointing upwards, and this 21, as long as we stay up here, will start to sort itself out again and come back up. So yeah, there's more than one way to skin a cat, guys. There's the moving averages, your candlestick analysis, your chart patterns, and your TD9. Your TD9, so that's it. Your 4 hour TD9, that's the toolbox, guys. That is it. Understand candles, understand moving averages, understand simple chart patterns. Simple chart patterns, you don't want to be looking at the complicated ones. You don't want to overcomplicate your life. And then the 4 hour TD9s, and then the dailies as well. Yeah, so that's all I really wanted to look at. Oh yeah, one other thing I just want to show you on T-Doc. That was also making me just a bit like, it's sort of in and out with it. Where's T-Doc? T-Doc, here we go. It was just the weekly 9, and look just how we perfectly just got weakness on the weekly 9. It's always going to stutter, so basically once we break back above this weekly 9, I'm sure I had this drawn back on for T-Doc. I don't know why I deleted it. Once you break up, if this is a weekly 9, it's because I don't really want like weekly trades on, because whilst they don't come around very often, they just clutter the chart. But yeah, if we break above, then the sky is the limit. Right, so that brings us to the end of this video, guys. So remember, not a financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you all soon.